one of the issues was that race was and continues to be a really difficult issue for Hispanics. So one question that we get, and I've gotten from the very beginning, that we started we're now a center, the Voces Oral History Center. We began in 1999. And since the very beginning, one of the questions that has bedeviled me was how many Latinos, Latinas served during World War II. And it's a very ambiguous number for us. We say around 400,000, but one of the issues was that race was and continues to be a really difficult issue for Hispanics because for this point, these are 5 brothers who served in the military. All 5 of them served in the military during World War II, the Boteo brothers of Texas, Gregorio, Crisantos, John, Simon, and Trinidad. All 5 of the brothers were provided us with their photographs and also provided us with their DD-214s. On the DD-214s, under the race categorization, 3 of them are listed as white and 2 of them are listed as Mexican. So the point is that, you know, the military really didn't know what to do with Latinos overall. We do have cases of Afro-Latinos, particularly Cuban Americans. This is a man named Norberto Gonzalez. He was born in Cuba and came to the United States. In Cuba, he was just Cuban. He was just another Cuban. When he came to the United States, because of our racial categories here, he was not regarded as Cuban anymore. Now he was regarded as Black. He was put into a general unit during World War II and quickly decided that he was more comfortable in the segregated colored unit because he felt more welcome there. And that's true. We have 2 Afro-Latinos, 2 Afro-Cubans that we've interviewed, and both of them had the same experience where they felt when they were put in the general unsegregated units, they did not feel like they were accepted because of the color of their skin. And they had names like Gonzalez and Grillo, but they felt more of an allegiance to the Black units, the colored units.
There were some Native Americans who, I want to say resented, but resisted assimilation, wanting to cling to their culture rather than be fully integrated into Anglo-American culture. Was there any of that sensitivity among Latin Americans as well in World War II?
Yeah, I don't mean to say that they wanted to forego their culture or their language because they were very proud. The people that we've interviewed have been uniformly very, you know, our project is totally centered on the Latino experience. So for someone to you know want to be interviewed by us, they have to be someone who's pretty proud of being Latino or Latina. So the folks that we've interviewed were very proud of that and weren't looking to not to leave behind their culture or their language, but they did feel that it was important. And I think that this is still an issue for a lot of Latinos who are not native U.S. Citizens. There is that they want to learn English, and they understand that English is the ticket to be able to get all kinds of different jobs and have the educational opportunities that they wouldn't have otherwise.
We heard a lot yesterday that World War II was transformative for African Americans, personally, socially, culturally, politically. Would you say this is true for Latino Americans as well? Absent World War II, would we have seen the same kinds of progress and growth for that group of Americans?
No, I think the same way that World War II was transformative for women, for Native Americans, African Americans, Latinos. I mean, it was the entire country. And there's so much transformation that occurred. I don't know what would have happened had it not been for World War II. I mean, our country would not be where we are today. Just economically and educationally, and I can't imagine. I mean, after World War II, when all these men came back from the war and started going to college, it opened up so many doors to the middle class for Americans, and that when we've all benefited. I mean, it really is that the whole country was lifted by that.
There's no cloud so dark that it doesn't have a silver lining. Alexandra, who of course is very interested in Native Americans, was very interested in your talk, and she asked a question. Here's I don't know, what would you call a Venn diagram perhaps of Latin American indigenous peoples serving in the American Army. Did you run across anyone in that category?
Not really, but what we do have, because I mean, I've heard this joke from a Native American who told me one time, you know what a Mexican is? And I said, what's that? A Native American that doesn't know what tribe he belongs to. Because we do, a lot of us do have a lot of indigenous blood. Over and over again, what we hear is, people going to places like, in Texas, we don't have a large visible, at least, Native American population. I know that in other parts of the country there are, and so in parts of the country where there were large, Native populations, Mexican American would go in and because he looks and is really a lot Native American, would be they'd be told, we can't serve you alcohol because we don't serve that to Indians.